Welcome to Invest Insights. I'm Abby Maloney. I'm joined today by Bartow, the CEO of Georgia Banking Company. Thank you so much for being here today, Bartow.
Thank you for having me.
Well, let's begin. As a fifth-generation banker, how does that history give you a different understanding of the nuances in banking? And how have you been able to use this firsthand experience to approach challenges and opportunities within the industry in an innovative and creative manner?
Sure. So when I got out of school, I came straight to the bank and spent time doing each job inside of the institution. At that time, my father had just died. So the continuity from generation to generation there wasn't going to happen. But many of his peers were willing to reach out to me and give me their advice and some of their insights on what was going on in banking and many of their thoughts.
Banking is changing, and over the last 5 years or so, cryptocurrency and now NFTs are becoming increasingly looked at as a new potential investment vehicle. While regulations are still being formed, what are some of the new creative developments or innovations that you're keeping track of in this space? And what do you believe is the potential for these investments in the near term?
Sure. So cryptocurrencies and NFTs, all the rage. I think with any technology, there are going to be benefits that come out of cryptocurrencies and NFTs. But the way they look today, they probably are not going to look like in the future. For example, it's hard to figure out how to value these currencies. But the blockchain technology that is the core of these currencies is very interesting, and I think it has applications across the industry. So like anytime we see new technology, pieces of it will be useful in the future, and part of it we'll never see again and forget that it ever existed.
What are some of the applications of blockchain that you're watching now that you think could be a game changer for the future?
Sure. I think that anytime that we create something that has less human touch into it, it becomes more efficient. And so the idea of blockchain and these self-balancing transactions is a pretty good way to think about other transactions and how they could balance themselves.
Banking sector has seen increased pressure, particularly with historically low interest rates that are just starting to rise again. With that said, what are any creative solutions or innovative ideas that you've seen or developed to deal with the issues of margin compression and beyond that, rising inflation?
Sure. So unlike the large banks, the community banks make most of their money through an expanding net interest margin. So in a rising interest rate environment, we will see that net interest margin expand, which will be good for the community banking industry. But we got to make sure, as you point out, that we don't have too much inflation. Too much inflation causes too high interest rates, and we'll start to see some of our customers have credit quality issues. And of course, that's not good for anyone.
As we round out today's discussion on creativity, what role does creativity play in remaining competitive in today's landscape?
So we encourage all of our employees to come up with new ideas and to meet with their peers that are not in the industry, but may be offering solutions that we haven't solved yet in the industry. I think if you want to encourage an organization to be creative, you need to encourage the organization to know that it's okay to fail, because creativity is about building up something, learning from the way that you build it. It may fail. Parts of it may be winners and some parts of the losers. And if people are scared to bring an idea forward where something doesn't go right with that idea, it's going to be hard to be creative.
Well, thank you very much, Bartow.
Thank you, Abby.
Well, that was Bartow Morgan, the CEO of the Georgia Banking Company. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel to hear more CEOs and thought leaders share their opinions and advice on today's business climate. Until next time, I'm Abby Maloney, and this has been Invest Insights. Thanks for tuning in.